Namaste.
Hello, namaste.
I am Virendra Shrestha from tourismmail.com. So you can introduce yourself, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm Juliette. I'm 26 years old and I came from France to Nepal only by foot and by hitchhiking.
Your journey is like genuinely, as soon as I heard it for the first time, I was like so moved. I thought it was really cool. If you could explain more about your experiences, what inspired you to begin this journey, continue this journey and such.
Well, I was working in like a big corporate company. I just finished my study and I had this responsibility, everything. My surrounded was saying like, oh, it's good, like you have such a great life and you are like so young, it's really nice. But I was feeling I was not happy with this. I was feeling also like I was not doing what I really wanted to do. I really wanted to work for NGO or to protect the nature. And I was working in a big corporate, so it didn't make sense for me. So I started thinking, how can I do this? And I really wanted to work in Australia. I really don't know why. So I started to think like, okay, I'm gonna go and find a work in Australia. But I didn't want to take the plane because of the environmental aspect. So I started to think, how can I reach Australia without a plane? I was thinking train, but then it was not possible. So then I decided, okay, I love adventure. I love to meet people. I'm going to walk and hitchhike around the world and go to Australia. And then once you are in Australia, you have to go back anyway. So let's go all around the world like this.
Wow. So Australia is your final destination in mind?
No, I mean, it was the beginning when I started thinking this journey. I was thinking I would go to Australia, but then I realized, okay, like now it's not the goal anymore. It's just like on my road now. I just want to go all around the world like this, and I'm just happy to meet new people and to do this journey.
So how long have you been on the road exactly? How much time is it?
I left France the 1st of February last year, so it's been 1 year. I crossed 18 countries. And I've been doing 45,000 kilometers.
Has it like been like a worthwhile experience going from all the way over here, being on the road? How comforting is it? How freeing is it maybe?
Well, it was really challenging. I think when I left at the beginning, all the people were asking me like, "Oh, wow, like how are you happy? You are doing it. Like, how do you feel?" And I think like the first month or maybe 2 months, I was not happy. I was just feeling weird. I was just feeling like so confused, like not having a job. Like I remember I was like sit on a bank in a park, and I was watching all the people, and they were all going to do their job, to do something, and I was like, what I am doing? I'm just hitchhiking. It's so weird. So I was so confused. But slowly, I started to enjoy this journey as well. I'm also trying to make a movie, so I'm in each country. I'm gonna meet people who want to protect the nature. So also it gives me like some project, like meeting these people. It inspired me so much, and I really wanted to give them also like a voice, and so they could impact other people. So slowly, I started to find my way and to find how to do it. And I was less scared as well because I'm living only with my tent or people host me. So at the beginning I was so scared. I was thinking like, oh, I never been alone in my tent, like sleeping alone, how I will manage it. And slowly I get very like more free, like a feeling more free. And I was not scared anymore. And I think in Slovenia, so 3 months later, I had something which changed in my mind. And so I left one morning. I didn't know where I would sleep at night. But this day, I don't know why, I was not scared. I was just like very confident, like, oh, I'm gonna figure it out. And I was very in a remote area. It was forbidden to put my tent. And I meet some people and they tell me like, oh, yes, sure, you can sleep with us in our house, blah, blah. And it was such a really nice journey. And I think from this day, I'm not scared anymore. I'm just like confident. I will manage.
Honestly, it's like really surreal to hear that like in this world where like it's so difficult to trust people, right? And then you're still making safety and comfort work. How? It's like a really strange moment.
Yeah, the security was such a big topic. When I left, all the people, like All the people tell me like, "Are you crazy? It's not safe, especially as a girl. Like it's so risky, and you are going to go on the road and ask for a lift." So people were so scared. Like they were like, "You shouldn't do this. Like don't do this." And at some point, like they told me this so much, so I started like even not being so much confident about it. I was thinking like maybe they're right, maybe I shouldn't do it. But I spoke with other women, especially who did it, and it helps me a lot as well to see like, okay, they done it, so I can do it as well. And of course, I mean, of course, like you meet so many people, so you never know. But I think also while you are doing this, then like before when I was in France, I was thinking like, oh, very individualistic way, like, oh, people are so focused on themselves, they won't be able to help me so much and everything. But I started 1 year ago and like I met so many people and they really wanted to help me. And I realized like, I think like if you go and speak with people, try to connect with them, like they are very happy to help you. Like we just think they don't want to help you, but then you start making connection and like you realize like most of the people are so nice. Like people and the media also always show like very negative stuff. But I think when you are living this life, you realize maybe it's not like this everywhere. Yeah, you start changing your mind, I think.
So you're in Nepal now, which we are very, very happy that you are. How has your experience been in Nepal?
It was really good. So I arrived 1 month and a half now. And yeah, it was really good. I was so happy to be more in nature as well. Okay, now we are in Kathmandu, but I spent a lot of time in nature. Yeah, trekking, meeting people as well. I had really good meeting, and it was very interesting for me as well. Like I was living in a farm as well with some people, and yeah, I really like to understand like the different perspective. Also, I was thinking about individualism, but here it's not that much like this. I think for me it was also interesting to know other way of doing it. So yeah, I really enjoy being here.
Was Nepal like already a part of your travel plan, or did it just kind of pop up in between? Like, what motivated you to choose Nepal first thing?
Well, to be honest, no. At the beginning, I really wanted to go to India, but then I've always been thinking about Nepal, but I didn't know too much. Like, okay, I knew like the basic thing, like there is the Everest, like all the people are going to trek there, so I knew this. But then on the way, I met different Nepalese people. I started speaking about with them, and they spoke about the nature places. I don't know. So I started to think like, oh, maybe I should go as well. So yes, no, it was really not in my plan, but I think that most of the country when they are not in my plan, they are my best surprise because I had no expectation at all, and yeah, until now it has been like a really really nice experience.
Would you say that the hospitality and services and everything, the community, has it like been well adequate? How has it been?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I'm not staying too much in hostel or thing like this, but like when I was hitchhiking all the time, like people were so helpful with me, and they were always like, "Oh, you should be in my family. You should speak to my relative." Like they helped me so much, so it was really nice. And yeah, I feel like everywhere I am going, I'm meeting like some Nepalese people. I'm learning from them. I speak Nepali tole tole now. So yes, it's really really nice experience, and I'm so happy. I think I still have so much to learn, but I'm really happy to be here. And yeah.
So far, has there been like a crowning moment or one thing that you think that Nepal is like really good at, or one thing you've enjoyed a lot here?
Oh, that's a complicated question. Um, One thing
You could choose a couple, but you can make a list.
I'm really bad to answer to this question, but no, I think yeah, mostly what I told you like would be mostly like the people. I think it's like what impacted me the most in this travel, and of course the nature. But without the people, it wouldn't be like this experience. So I think like it's the whole experience, and okay, it's very cliche, but I really like the Dalbat as well. So even all the like yeah, all the experience is very good for me.
What sort of other like cultural cuisines have you tried, and like how have you found the cultural diversity in Nepal as well? I'm sure you've noticed a lot of cultures, right?
Yes.
So, what is your opinion on that? Like, interesting.
What do you mean?
Well, basically, there's a lot of cultures, and every single culture has their own tradition, their
Yes.
own food, right? Have you experienced a lot of that, or are you like planning to?
Yes, I think, I mean, I've been experimenting it. I still have to experiment so much. Like 1 month is very short, like from my point of view. Um, and what you were asking, if I were, yeah.
Well, mainly like there's a lot of cultures in Nepal, right?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of castes as
Yeah.
well, a lot of surnames. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
noticed, and every one of them has their own tradition, their own lifestyle, right? How much of that have you experienced? How much more do you plan on experiencing? Has it like impacted you in any way?
I think I have a lot to learn still. And yes, most of the time, like, yeah, I could notice like this different language, thing like this, the different culture. But like, yeah, mostly like people started to explain me. Sometimes I couldn't go deeper as well because I was not speaking the language as they were not speaking mine. But yeah, I think it's so interesting, and yeah, I would like to go like maybe also in more remote areas so I could. Uh, yeah, add different perspective as well, and yeah, understand even more like about the different culture.
So you're in Kathmandu right now, right?
Yes.
What other places have you traveled to in Nepal? Any place that you particularly like, or any experience that you particularly like?
Last week I was living in a farm, in a small farm, close to Dulingal, but not in Dulingal, like Palikot. And it was really nice experience. I've been living there with a family for 1 week and a half, and I think that was my favorite experience. Like 2 weeks ago, I would tell you like trekking and Aponas, but I think just being in farm and like taking time to to discover like the way of living and going like I don't know, like it's a small experience, like just going to pick the milk to the guy the next house close to it, and like learning about agriculture. I feel it was a place where I've been learning the most, so I would say staying in this farm actually was my best experience, but Anaponas was second one.
Do you have any other plans to like visit around other places in Nepal? Any sort of particular places in mind? Any hiking trails that you're interested in? There's a lot around.
Yes, well, I've been trekking for 10 or 12 days. If I have more time, it will depend, like if I'm staying more or not. If I have more time, I would like to go trekking again. But yes, I still have to figure it out.
Hiking would really be like I would really recommend you to go to a lot of places as well. Nagarkot, etc. Champadev. There's a lot of hiking trails. You should really explore them. I think.
Yeah, I think I still have so much. Yeah, all the time I'm discovering new places, and I am like, I have to make decisions because all the place looks amazing. But yeah, until now I've been into Pokhara, ABC, Mardi Himal. Then I was crossing from Pokhara, Lumbini, going to Tiantan. Tiantan, I don't know. And then yeah, I spent a lot of time in Lumbini. Then I was in Chitwan, then in Dulikhel and Kathmandu. So I think I would like to go like either more west or either more east, like more like yeah, escaping a bit more because I stay a lot in the central Nepal. That's my plan. Let's see what happens.
I think it's a good plan. So, how has your hiking experience been? Have there been any problems? Anything that you've like, anything that's been a bit uncomfortable, or is it like just a comforting journey all around?
Yes, no, it was a comforting journey. Yeah, I think it was pretty like I could find like all the like accommodation always, and like food on the way, and like people were really nice and helpful. So I think it was pretty. I could focus on the nature. It was really nice. No, so everything was really good.
Do you think like the hiking trails are like ecologically accommodating? Then are there any problems with waste management and such? Any problems that you've noticed, or any suggestions basically?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I think you know better than me. Like maybe like it's my Western perspective. I think you know better from like your country, like what you need. But yes, I was thinking a lot. I was with speaking with some project, especially in the Everest area, Sigartanex, you know. And yeah, I think like the waste are like a big thing. But I think in global, like because there are so many tourists, especially going in one, like in some specific area. I think like Everest area and Annapurna mostly. Yeah, I think it's like very challenging, like when all the people are going in the same places. So I don't have advice, just like I know it's like so challenging, and I think like the waste especially has to be managed. But saying this, I'm saying nothing.
A bit about infrastructures and how has that been, like the ways of transport, maybe the maintenance of the hiking trails, has it been adequate, or are there any problems that you've noticed in that area for like transport, roads, access to like water and such?
Well, transport, I don't know too much. I was hitchhiking, so I was with people who picked me. Uh, and yes, no, otherwise I don't have too much to say about the infrastructure. I think it was nice. At least I was not expecting more. Even like yeah, to find the way, everything. No, it was, for me, it was nice.
So it's been like a rewarding experience then all around. You recommend it to everyone as well?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Yes.
Yeah, I think that should be it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you'd want to say?
Uh, no, I think like I'm really happy I came to Nepal, and I think like it's so interesting. Like you guys have so much nature still. Like for me, it was so impressive. Like you can grow up like so many vegetables. Like it was crazy. Like I was so surprised you could have like so different vegetables, and like you have so many species as well, like of birds, but all of the animals. Like even in Chilwan, I was so surprised to see like rhino could be in the city. I was like, what is it really happening? So first I was thinking was lying, but no, it's really happening. So yeah, I think like it's for me, and like from where I'm coming, like from France, like it's so different and it's so nice to see it. But yeah, I think also like I would say like I want to like it's so precious. So I think it's like always like taking care of the tourism as well, like the impact it could have. So I think it's so important as well to promote maybe um, like some remote area, like so people wouldn't focus on one thing and would go like maybe like even like in all the places and not only in one places. But yeah, that's only what I can say.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.